So I stayed at the Scottish Inn in Okeechobee, and a trail angel, Kate, is going to pick me up here in about 15 minutes and take me the 6 miles back to the trail at Bulkhead Ridge, I think. Anyway, you know, it was fine to walk in here 6 miles, but I'll spend half the day just getting back to the trail. So I tried the trail angel thing, and it worked out very well. And Kate's gonna take me back. This was home for the night. So actually I looked on far out, and Church of the Masochist, I watched him doing his CT hike, and he stayed here, so it was a good recommendation. You know, kind of a 70s place, cheap, clean, nice people. If you're gonna stay in Okeechobee, I recommend it. Oh, this might be Kate coming now. So that was a great experience. Kate Adams picked me up. She's a staunch Florida Trail Association member, trail angel in Glades and Hendry counties, and brought me back out to the trail. We just had a great conversation. She's so nice, so full of information, real enthusiastic trail advocate. She's putting out water caches today, working on signage. It's these kind of people, these dedicated people, that really make these thru-hiking trails possible for all of us. And I have to admit, I usually don't call trail angels. It's just not something I've done. I've done it twice on this trip, and I'm so glad I did, because I've met some really wonderful people. Usually I hike solo, like to stay kind of independent, but after walking 6 miles into Okeechobee to that Scottish Inn on pavement, I just didn't want to do that coming out today. I wanted to get back to the trail. This is a much nicer, non-paved trail, and get some time and miles heading north instead of just back to the trail. So thank you, Kate. Again, Kate Adams, trail angel for this area. Couldn't have been nicer. I think the one thing I noticed the most about Florida, and I knew this going in, doing a thru hike, is it's really hard on your legs and your feet, unlike any other trail I've ever done, just because it's flat. Kind of stress over use symptoms, I think, from just using the same old muscles, walking flat ground, not just the pavement pounding. That doesn't help any, but even on the regular trail, it's pretty flat. And so I do all kinds of weird exercises, I guess you'd call it. Marching band steps, pigeon-toed, walking backwards. I know I've mentioned this before, but it really does work. You feel a lot of relief doing 10 minutes of that crazy stuff. Probably best to look around, make sure nobody's looking, otherwise they'll think you're a nutcase. Well, I guess that's a given. So the trail hits a lock on the Kissimmee River and then makes a big right And you follow, yes, a paved road again. I just ran into two southbounders. A couple guys that started in the middle of the state and are going south. It's always fun to run into other hikers and find out what's ahead, but it looks like I've got a day of road walking before I get back on actual trail again. I was hoping to get there today, but I guess there's quite a bit of this kind of road, a paved, narrow road along these canals to hike. So a little trail magic, some water, cinnamon roll, and some information. So Just told me he was going to go into Okeechobee and catch the Amtrak, go up to Ocala area, but he signed in here just recently because he's after the two southbounders on here that I talked to. So he's just up ahead here somewhere. I'll probably run into him today. Must have changed his mind. So this is back to the old how to eat an elephant one bite at a time. So now I'm on a rural highway, not busy. I walk in the grass. I walk on the pavement. Grass isn't mowed, so it's pretty slow, which drives me back to the pavement. And it's 3.5 miles to the next turn, which I think is just more highway. So I think I have a whole day of this kind of road maybe. And then I come to a trailhead that looks like normal trail again. That's what I'm hoping for tomorrow. There's a campsite up here, and just kind of have to see what the timetable is today. It's raining a little bit, but that's an everyday occurrence since I started the trail. So I've been walking in the grass as much as possible. These mini farms here mow in front of their property, so it's a little easier hiking, and very friendly people. I've had 2 people offer me rides, and it is tempting because I've been pounding pavement for just way too long, but I've only got a couple more miles, and I think the majority of it's over. There's still going to be road, but the majority of it's going to be trail again, I hope. Back on the trail again. Actually, I just had to walk through some water, and I'm almost sure I heard my feet sizzle. It just felt so good. Be back in the water. Cool my dogs off. So hopefully it stays this way for the next 1,100 miles. This is Gordon. Just
Gordon. Hello.
Just Gordon.
Yeah. Hello.
So Gordon is staying back at that last campsite. I had dinner there, but I wanted to burn a little more daylight, and I think the next campsite is someplace in this prairie, kind of a wet prairie, a lot of cattle, but should be a nice place to wake up in the morning. Of course, if you waited for the sun, you'd probably get a nice sunrise, but it'll still be nice at 4.
Apple is Siri's saying it's an osprey. An osprey? What's that? They're known to be long though.
I'm in Yates Marsh Campground. I call it a day right here. And there's a little baby osprey that's hurt. I don't know what his problem is.